Wait, did your brain just sing that? If it did, I didn't play any music. So why did you hear it? How can just a few words force your brain to replay an entire song without your permission? And why do some songs stay trapped in your head for hours, or even days, while others disappear instantly? As strange as it sounds, your brain is actually doing exactly what it was designed to do. And once you understand the science behind it, you'll never listen to music the same way again. So, what exactly is happening when a song gets stuck in your head? Believe it or not, scientists have been studying this for years, and they even have a name for it. It's called an earworm. Now, before you start checking your ears, no, there's no actual worm involved. An earworm is simply a piece of music that gets trapped in your mind and repeats over and over again without you choosing to think about it. It could be a song, a jingle, a movie soundtrack, or even a random tune you heard for just a few seconds. And once it gets in, it can be surprisingly difficult to get out. What's really interesting is that this doesn't just happen to a few people. Studies suggest that more than 90% of people experience earworms at some point in their lives. In fact, some people get them several times a week. So if you've ever spent an entire day mentally singing the same chorus, you're definitely not alone. But here's the weird part. Your brain isn't doing this by accident. It's not a glitch. It's not a bug. And it doesn't mean you're losing your mind. In reality, your brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do. You see, human brain is constantly collecting information from the world around it. Every sound, every face, every conversation, and especially patterns. Because patterns help us learn. They help us predict what happens next. And music, one giant collection of patterns. Which means your brain pays a lot more attention to it than you might realize. But why does your brain choose certain songs, completely ignore others? To answer that, we first need to understand how your brain recognizes patterns in the first place. But here's the real question. If millions of sounds enter your ears every single day, why does your brain remember this song and completely ignore thousands of others? The answer is surprisingly simple. Your brain is a pattern machine. Every second of every day, it's searching for patterns. It finds patterns in faces, in voices, in language, even in the way people walk. That's how your brain learns about the world. Music just happens to be one of the strongest patterns it can recognize. Think about your favorite song. It isn't just a random collection of sounds. It has a rhythm, a melody, beat that repeats, and a chorus that keeps coming back. Your brain loves this kind of structure. In fact, it starts predicting what comes next before the next note even plays. It's almost like your brain is playing a guessing game with the music. Every time it correctly predicts the next beat, it gets a tiny reward, and that reward makes the song even more satisfying to listen to. But here's where things get interesting. If a song is too predictable, it becomes boring. And if it's too complicated, your brain gives up trying to follow it. The catchiest songs sit right in the middle. They're simple enough to remember, but surprising enough to stay interesting. That's why so many hit songs repeat the same melody over and over, with just a few small changes. Your brain thinks, I know what's coming next. And when it's right, it enjoys the experience even more. The more often you hear that pattern, the stronger the memory becomes. Eventually, you don't even need the music anymore. A single word, a familiar place, or even seeing someone dance can instantly trigger the entire song inside your head. Without realizing it, your brain has memorized the pattern so well that it can perform the whole song from memory. And this is only the beginning, because there's another reason songs become impossible to forget. Your brain absolutely hates unfinished things. So now we know that your brain loves patterns, but that still doesn't explain something. Why do certain songs get stuck in your head, while thousands of others disappear just minutes after you hear them? The answer lies in how catchy those songs are. And believe it or not, catchiness isn't an accident. Many hit songs are carefully designed to be easy for your brain to remember. One of the biggest secrets is repetition. Think about your favorite songs. The chorus usually repeats several times. The melody comes back again and again. Every repetition tells your brain, this is important. Remember it. And each time you hear it, the memory becomes a little stronger. But repetition alone isn't enough. Imagine listening to a song that repeats the exact same note over and over. It would get boring pretty quickly. That's why great songs add something unexpected. Maybe a new instrument joins in. Maybe the singer changes their voice. Or maybe the beat suddenly drops. These little surprises keep your brain interested. It's the perfect balance. Just enough repetition to remember it, and just enough surprise to make you want to hear it again. Lyrics also play a huge role. Simple words, short phrases, and easy rhymes are much easier for your brain to store. That's why children's songs, commercial jingles, and viral social media sounds spread so quickly. You only need to hear them once or twice before your brain starts singing them without permission. Even emotions can make a song stick. If you hear a song during a happy moment, a road trip, a birthday, or your first dance, your brain connects that music with the memory. Later, hearing just the first few notes can instantly bring that entire moment back. But here's the most surprising part. Sometimes, you don't even have to hear the whole song. Just a single word, a rhythm, or even someone humming a few notes can can wake up the entire melody inside your brain. It's almost like your brain has saved the song as a tiny shortcut, one small trigger, and suddenly the entire playlist starts playing in your head. But if songs can get trapped so easily, can we actually get rid of them? That's exactly what we'll find out next. Have you ever noticed something strange? Sometimes, you don't even hear the entire song. Maybe someone walks past you wearing headphones, a car drives by with loud music, or a video online uses just 5 seconds of a popular song. And somehow, that's enough to get it stuck in your head. Why? The answer comes from something psychologists call the Zeigarnik Effect. It's a fascinating quirk of the human brain. The Zeigarnik Effect simply means that your brain remembers unfinished things better than finished ones. Imagine someone starts telling you an exciting story, but suddenly walks away before revealing the ending. You'd probably keep thinking about it. What happened next? How did it end? Your brain wants answers. Music works in a very similar way. When you hear only part of a song, your brain notices that the pattern is incomplete. Instead of forgetting it, it keeps replaying the melody, trying to finish what it started. It's almost like your brain is saying, wait, we're missing something. And until it feels complete, it keeps pressing replay. This is one reason social media clips are so powerful. Many videos only use the catchiest few seconds of a song. You hear the hook, then the video ends, but your brain doesn't like stopping in the middle, so it continues playing the rest, inside your head. Here's something even stranger. The harder you try not to think about the song, the stronger it often becomes. It's similar to this. For the next 5 seconds, don't think about a pink elephant. Seriously, don't picture one. Chances are, you imagined it anyway. That's because your brain has to think about something first, before it can avoid thinking about it. The same thing happens with earworms. The moment you tell yourself, don't sing that song, your brain immediately brings the song to mind, just to make sure it's avoiding the right thing. Ironically, trying to suppress the song often keeps it alive even longer. So if fighting it doesn't work, is there a smarter way to make an earworm disappear? Fortunately, there is. And that's exactly what we'll explore next. So, if trying not to think about a song only makes it worse, how do you actually get rid of it? Surprisingly, scientists have found a few tricks that can help. The first one sounds completely backwards. Instead of avoiding the song, listen to the whole thing. Remember how your brain hates unfinished patterns? Hearing the complete song gives your brain a sense of closure. It's like finally finishing a puzzle that's been sitting on your table for days. Once the pattern is complete, your brain often stops replaying it. But what if you don't want to listen to the song again? There's another trick. Chew a piece of gum. It sounds strange, but some researchers believe that chewing gum occupies the same mental system your brain uses to silently repeat words and melodies. Think of it like this. Your brain has a tiny rehearsal room where it keeps replaying music. Chewing gum is like filling that room with another activity. There's simply less space for the song to keep playing. Another surprisingly effective method is giving your brain a difficult job. Solve a puzzle, read something that requires concentration, do mental math, or even learn a few words in another language. The more your brain focuses on a challenging task, the fewer mental resources it has left to replay the melody. But here's something important. Don't panic if the song comes back. Earworms usually disappear on their own. For most people, they fade away within minutes or a few hours. Even the most stubborn ones rarely last forever. So the next time a catchy tune gets stuck inside your head, don't fight it, don't get frustrated, and definitely don't worry that something is wrong with your brain. Because the truth is, your brain isn't trying to annoy you. It's simply doing what it was designed to do. Recognizing patterns, strengthening memories, and sometimes holding on to a really catchy song just a little longer than you'd like. And that raises one final question. Why did our brains evolve to work this way in the first place? So the next time a catchy tune won't leave your head, remember, it's not a bug. It's your brain doing exactly what it evolved to do.